J.Lo is just, I don't know. Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up.
Nah.
How is that the only man in her life that had regrets about their relationship and everybody else ran for the hills? Like, it's not nobody noticing that. That everybody else that's left her, oh, she was too this, she was this, she was that. But Diddy said she was perfect.
Maybe she was meant for the metal.
What happens if you're only perfect for the devil?
God.
What the f does that make you?
Damn.
When you was around Diddy, did you ever see him put his hands on Jennifer Lopez?
Well, he didn't do any violence to Mrs. J.Lo. That's why I didn't see any violence. It's a different breed, bruh. He wasn't going to risk himself like that. And plus, a lot of people didn't like him. J.Lo mother didn't like him. Benny Medina didn't like him. If he would have ever touched Miss Lopez in any kind of aggressive way, she would have said something. Man, listen to me. The whole Bronx would have been on Puff. It's a different class. He knew that she was an actress, she was a singer. He did put her on a pedestal, but he still was seeing Kim. So I don't think that she had those experiences. People only do what you let them do. If he would have did that to her, he would only had one time. You see, when he ran out the club and left her after that shooting at China, she ain't want to be with him up no more.
Jennifer Lopez, when she's finally held accountable for the part she played in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer Lopez?
They better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block.
Sometimes they'll open up a case to bring light on other cases. Do you feel the Shine, the club night with him and Jennifer Lopez will come back to light?
Oh, absolutely, it has to.
We know what happened, and we hope, that it all turns out the way it's supposed to.
You had to be disturbed by a report in the New York paper yesterday.
Yeah.
It said an eyewitness along 8th Avenue as your car drove by saw a female hand throwing a gun out of the car.
Ridiculous. I don't even
You're the
want to
only female
it.
in the car. You don't want to talk about
Ridiculous.
it? You very confident that Puffy will be found innocent in this trial?
Yes, I will.
You going to testify?
If they need me.
But you haven't been asked
I
yet.
haven't been asked yet. So.
It's a difficult time.
Because he knew he couldn't say certain shit about me, and I wasn't allowed. So when Jennifer Lopez used to ask me to get involved in their conversations and stuff like that and say, Gene, and I was like, Ms. Lopez, I'm not at liberty to speak about Mr. Combs, about Mr. Combs anymore. And that's how I started handling until the situation with my man D.
If they had it handled up on Diddy back in 1999, like they should have.
Yeah.
And it not just went to a civil case that got swept under the rug, to which, by the way, she's still waiting to be paid from Shine.
Wow.
Shine still has not paid her his portion of the judgment. But he's got a documentary.
I sacrificed my career and life and family to be someone with humanity, with integrity, with honor.
Yeah.
Lying about why he went to jail.
Damn.
25 years this woman has been telling the truth. 25 years everybody knows what happened to her. And they're still minimizing what happened. That's the woman from the pow-powing back in 1999, the night that Jennifer Lopez was there.
Wow.
The night that Jenny from the block through the window. Imagine how she felt when that documentary.
It does feel that way, actually.
Yeah. I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. Feels weird walking around that house. Probably like, what happened here?
Yeah.
I bet there's some memories in that house.
Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J.Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Diddy just suffered the most devastating betrayal of his entire career from Jennifer Lopez. That's right, J.Lo has agreed to testify against Diddy in court. It's not a rumor, it's not tabloid talk, it's confirmed. The woman who once stood beside him at the height of his fame is now standing across from him in court, ready to tell the truth under oath. For years, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy were a power couple, glamorous, unstoppable, iconic. Their relationship was plastered across magazines, red carpets, and stages. But behind all that glitz was something darker. And now J.Lo is ready to expose what she saw, because this time, silence isn't an option. Sources close to the investigation say federal agents contacted Jennifer Lopez weeks ago. What they showed her was chilling, sealed documents, encrypted texts, financial records, and photos placing her at events now considered central to Diddy's criminal case. After reviewing everything with her legal team, Jennifer Lopez made the decision. She's cooperating, she's testifying, and she's doing it to help bring the truth to light. When that announcement hit the courtroom, everything changed. Diddy showed up to his pretrial hearing with his usual swagger, black suit, dark glasses, flanked by bodyguards. But the second reporters began shouting questions about Jennifer Lopez testifying, everything in his face changed. That arrogant confidence, gone. And then he did something no one expected. He tried to flee. Instead of walking through the front entrance like everyone else, Diddy turned and made a break for a side exit marked restricted access. One of his guards tried to stop him, but federal marshals were already in motion. They cut him off immediately. No handcuffs, no violence, just complete humiliation. A report was filed on the spot. Prosecutors immediately moved to label him a flight risk. And the judge? She didn't hold back. Mr. Combs, your attempt to evade federal court procedures is unacceptable. You are now under full travel restrictions and 24/7 federal monitoring. Then came the knockout punch. Your Honor, the prosecution added, we confirm that Ms. Jennifer Lopez has accepted our subpoena and will testify under oath. The courtroom froze. Diddy looked stunned, stone still. His lawyers exchanged panicked glances. Reporters scrambled to push out the headline. Because this wasn't just any witness, this was Jennifer Lopez, a global superstar, a former partner, someone who knew Diddy at his peak and behind closed doors. Court documents show Jennifer attended multiple private parties, closed-door meetings, and luxury retreats now flagged by investigators as part of Diddy's alleged trafficking and hush money operation. These weren't simple celebrity gatherings. They were controlled environments. No phones, signed NDAs, guest vetting, tight security, and Jennifer saw it all. One retreat in particular, held at a private estate in the Hamptons in 2000, has resurfaced in sealed testimony. The event was invite-only, off-grid, and according to prosecutors, used to secure victim silence through NDAs and luxury compensation. Jennifer was on that list. At the time, she may not have known what was really going on. But now, she's stepping up, and she's ready to tell the jury everything. Encrypted messages pulled from Diddy's devices include multiple communications with Jennifer. Some sound casual, others, when viewed in context, hint at something more. Messages like, we control this, don't let anything leak, and stay solid, keep it in the circle. Now those texts are federal evidence, and J.Lo is the one connecting the dots. The moment her cooperation went public, Diddy's empire started collapsing in real time. Cyrock immediately ended its contract with him. Their statement was cold and final. We are no longer affiliated with Mr. Sean Combs. Revolt TV chaos. Shareholders called emergency meetings, sponsors pulled out, executives resigned. Internal memos cited irreparable brand damage. Bad Boy Records finished. Artists removed past collaborations from their pages. Several canceled upcoming appearances. Managers ghosted his team entirely. Spotify took him off featured playlists. Apple Music wiped his curated collections. YouTube quietly began removing monetization from his catalog. But the damage didn't stop there. Jennifer Lopez's testimony sparked a chain reaction. Within 72 hours, 9 more witnesses came forward. Event organizers, assistants, stylists, former bodyguards, all willing to testify. Why? Because Jennifer Lopez opened the door, and once she did, people felt safe coming forward. Prosecutors are now building their case around her timeline. They'll ask her about specific parties where NDAs were pushed on guests, conversations with Diddy and his team about controlling scandals, payments she witnessed being made under the table, high-level meetings between Diddy and handlers to strategize media silence. Fear and pressure that surrounded Diddy's inner circle. One chilling detail, a former assistant claims that during a Miami trip, J.Lo confided in her that something felt off. That assistant is now a cooperating witness. Jennifer's name also appears in travel logs, event rosters, and financial ledgers now in the hands of the federal government. She's not denying it. She's explaining it. Because she's not just trying to protect herself, she's trying to expose the truth. Prosecutors believe her cooperation will dismantle Diddy's entire defense. She has credibility. She has the receipts. She's been inside his life. And now she's tearing it down. Diddy's lawyers tried to suppress her involvement. The judge denied it. If Ms. Lopez has firsthand knowledge relevant to this investigation, the court will hear her testimony, the judge ruled. After that, Diddy's team started falling apart. His crisis management firm resigned. His publicist walked. His corporate advisor filed paperwork to terminate all contracts with Combs-controlled companies. Even longtime friends went silent. Because if Jennifer Lopez, one of the most successful entertainers in the world, has flipped, the game is over. This isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a reckoning, and J.Lo is leading the charge. Prosecutors are preparing to open the trial with her statement. They want the jury to hear everything, how Diddy moved money, managed silence, and operated a secret empire behind his glamorous front. Jennifer Lopez will walk them through it. She'll describe the parties, the fear, the warnings, the pressure, the manipulation. And for Diddy, there's no way out. Because this isn't just the fall of a mogul, it's the fall of a mask. Diddy thought he was invincible, but he forgot one thing. Jennifer Lopez never needed him, and now she's helping bring him down.